waters stretched as far as the eye could see. A glorious red sun, no longer fiery, gently dipped into the sea, making way for dusk. Frothing and foaming waves played and danced before splashing on the shores, bringing forth peals of laughter from the beachgoers. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and friends.
Good morning.
Marina Beach in Chennai is a favorite haunt of not just romantic couples seeking an evening out, but it's the refuge for hundreds of people who seek respite from the drudgery and monotony of daily life. The sound of waves, the cool breeze, never failed to soothe a troubled heart or a disturbed mind. It was one evening 25 years ago when, feeling stifled by the demands of family, feeling dissatisfied with jobs, and in general, disgruntled that life was not giving us an opportunity to enjoy it, my husband and I sought refuge in that same beach. We sat on the sands, happy to be away from everyone and everything, just to get some time for ourselves. Our peace and quiet lasted all of 10 minutes before a shrill, irritating voice invaded our privacy. I looked up, agitated, and saw a little girl. She held in her hand a wicker basket overflowing with jasmine flowers. With imploring eyes, she pleaded with me. Akka, please buy some flowers. See, they're so fresh and fragrant. Only 3 rupees, Akka. Please buy. I was disgusted. I had got a few minutes with my husband and this little pest. I shouted a curt refusal. I told you I don't want. Will you please leave me alone? Undeterred, she badgered on, pleading again and again and again. But I stood firm. Seeing my resolve, the smart kid turned her charm on my husband. And she gave one of the sweetest sales pitch I've ever heard. She looked at him and said, "Sir, see how beautiful Aka's hair is. It's only bereft of flowers." She's looking so angry. With just 3 rupees, you can make her so happy. And my flowers even match her dress. Sir, please buy. My husband was amused and impressed with her marketing skills. And in spite of myself, I felt a little drawn towards that exasperating child. I closely looked at her and found there was a sparkle in her eyes and a radiance on her face. She was dressed in a faded floral skirt which was a size too large for her. There were no shoes on her feet, but on her hair there were colorful purple and orange flowers. Driven by curiosity, I struck a conversation with Karpagan, that was her name. And soon I had her telling her life history to me. She spoke of a family which had an irresponsible father who whittled away all his money on liquor and stayed in a drunken state for most of the day. There was an infant brother, a handicapped sister, and yet another brother who had eloped and was still absconding. There was a mother who was trying to bring this entire family together, working from dawn to dusk just to provide one meal. In all her 8 years, Karpagam hadn't eaten 2 meals on a single day. Dinners, most of the times, were just a tall glass of water with a spoon of cooked rice in it. I asked Karpagam if she went to school. She nodded vigorously and said, yes, because school is the place which gave her that one free meal. After school, every evening, she was at the beach selling flowers to unrelenting people like me. I touched by what she said. I looked at her, and anger welled within me. She saw my softening a little bit, and the smart kid that she was, she quickly measured out 2 more armlets of flowers and dumped it on my lap. I couldn't resist. But then the anger grew within me. Anger at the injustice, at the unfairness of it all. Anger that a child who had to enjoy a beautiful, carefree childhood was burdened to work and was starving. I was angry that I was part of that society which was doing nothing for her. To assuage that guilt which was growing within me, I offered to buy her dinner. She refused. She said her mother would be waiting for her. Then, I uttered words which sounded so hollow to my own ears. I offered to buy her an ice cream. For a fleeting moment, she looked tempted. But again she refused. What she said next brought tears to my eyes. She said, Akka, instead of that ice cream, can you buy some more flowers from me? If I sell this, I can go home early and wait for some time. I bought that entire basket of flowers from her and looked around at the beach once more. There were families having fun. There was merriment. There were balloons soaring in the sky. The waves were still lashing against the shores and people were reveling in them. But no one saw that solitary little child who was counting the pennies she had made that day. No one noticed that there her stomach was hungry and her feet were bare. I was ashamed of myself when I saw Karpada walk away into the tragedy that she called life. I thought of my child closely tucked in bed, cocooned in the warmth and security of a loving family. With humility, I picked up a piece of jasmine flowers and kept them on my hair. I walked home a much, much wiser person, with a firm resolve never to turn away a child who was seeking a living